Hi, it's Sandy Bacus here. It is Tuesday, September 25th, and it is just after 11 a.m. This is just a short clip. First, I want to apologize for the last video if you didn't like it. As you know, I've been dealing with anxiety and my husband's Parkinson's, and I was pretty off the wall last week. I've been off the wall for a while. I'm working on it, and I'm not quite sure where I'm going from here with it, but I am working on it. So I didn't show you any whips, so I thought I'd do a couple of clips this week and just pick up and show you those whips that I had been working on, and then we'll go on from there. I hope that sounds okay to everybody. I do also want to say thank you to all the kind comments. You guys have all been too kind. You realize that I'm having some issues, and you're giving me wonderful, kind comments to keep me going, and I thank all of you for that. And I say welcome to everybody. I think I didn't say that in the last video, and I almost forgot to say it in this one. But anyways, welcome. If you're new, I'm glad you're here. If you've come back, I'm amazed, but I'm glad you're here too. So let's get to it. Stitching. Okay, I made a little list of, and now I don't know what here it is, of the whips that I had worked on in the prior week or so that I had not shown you yet. I did work on Summer House. That had been my new start, and I had showed it to you once. I can't remember which video, and I did some more after that, I believe. So here is Summer House, and this is the freebies by Brooks Books, and there are 4 of them, and I've already done Spring House, and this is Summer. And here is, all I had to do is flip that right around. Here is where I got to on that, and I don't know, I may have shown you this. I really can't remember, so, but there it is, and I'm going to put this away now and bring it out when the decision roulette tells me to, at least for the time being. I'm still using the decision roulette. Okay, the next, I don't know if it was the next, but one of the things I worked on was Sweet Land of Liberty. Get the glare off of that for you. And I had only worked on this, I think, once before, so I got in here and I did a little bit more. This is 14 count Ada, coffee tea dyed by me. This fabric is very stiff, and I keep working with it, trying to get it to let loose a little bit. But anyways, here I am. I think the first time I worked on it, I had just some of this in here done. And so I went in and I did quite a bit of this, all of this motif. And then I started on the word faith going down here. And then I stopped and moved on to something else because this is stiff and I tire of working on it fairly quickly. So there's that one. I also have been working on Shades of Summer, but I'm keeping that out and continuing to work on it. And I won't show that to you today. I will wait and show you that when I'm ready to publish this video. Okay, Teapot, same thing. I had worked on Teapot, but when I spun my decision roulette this morning to see what I was going to work on next, Teapot came up again. So I'll wait and show you that just before we publish the video. But look, Quilt Blocks is done. They're all on there, and now I just have to decide how exactly I'm going to finish this. It will be a wall hanging for my daughter, but I haven't quite figured out how to do that yet. So I'm going to go online, do some checking about wall hangings, and then decide exactly what I'm going to do and what kind of fabric and stuff to use for the backing. So stay tuned for this one. Not sure how quickly I will get to that. And I've been working on Japanese Garden, but I'm going to save that for the next clip because it's still over there in the Q-snaps. I haven't taken it off yet. And so that's it for this clip. And I will see you again later in the week. So take care. Bye. Hello. I think we're recording now. Sometimes I'm not sure when it starts because I click it and then it takes it a little while. Anyways, I am back to finish out this week's video. It's Friday. It's September 28th, and it's close to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I've had a really busy day so far, and I have a whole lot more to do, so I thought I'd better jump in here, make a quick vlog so that I can add it to the other one and get this uploaded. I have noticed a couple new subscribers, so I just want to say hi. I'm so glad you're here, and welcome back to everybody else. Okay, whips. One whip that I did spin the wheel and get, it's not one of my favorites, Old Glory. I only put 2 thread links into it, and I put it back away, and I'm not going to show it this time because 2 thread links, not worth really showing it to you. That fabric is really, really super stiff. And I coffee tea dyed that, and that was the one that, I don't know if I ever told you that, one of the tea bags broke open. And so I had those little specks of tea on that fabric, and I hung it outside on the line, and I beat it, and I brushed it off, and I don't know, maybe I should have rinsed it some more. But anyways, it's pretty stiff, so I don't enjoy working on it. And that pattern was, I won that in a giveaway, and it's not something that I would have purchased on my own, but it's beautiful. I mean, it's going to be really fantastic when it gets done, but okay, too much talking. All right. Let me get to the other ones. Okay, I spun my wheel one day and it came up Japanese garden. Yay, you know how much I love Japanese garden. And I love this fabric. I love working on this. This was hand dyed 14 count light blue Aida. And I'm didn't dig out the picture because I think you all know what Japanese garden looks like. And I'll give you just well, actually you can't see this bottom part down here. It goes a little bit further down here. How's that? And I didn't iron this, so I'm a sloth. What can I say? Where I worked was all over in this area over here. So I got quite a few more stitches put in there. And this is like almost to the end of the page here. And so that will be, once I get some more filled in down here, then that would be moving on to well, actually, I got to come all down here because I think the whole thing is on like 4 great big huge pages. So, but there is that. Beautiful, beautiful. I love this. Okay, the next one is another one that's not my favorite, and it's not my favorite not because of the pattern, but because it's on 16 count. It's a kit. This, again, I got in a giveaway, and it's the Dimensions Gold Collection Treasured Friends, and I just call it Teapot. And so I worked a little bit on this. I think I've told you before that my eyes have just been giving me fits, so I worked on this stuff here a couple of different days. So I've got the spout here and now going up into the teapot there. And so I'll be putting this away until it comes up again. And what I've decided is that when I spin the wheel and it comes up with something that I have either just worked on or that is not one of my favorites, or like it's a 16 count or an 18 count. In fact, this is an 18 count. I said 16, but it's 18 count. I've decided that I just have to put a few stitches into it, at least a length of thread. And then if I'm not feeling it, then I move on to something else. And one second, got to get my brain together. Okay, I showed you Japanese Garden. I talked about Old Glory. And I showed you Teapot. This is my go-to. Oh, and the Scarecrow, I didn't put any stitches, any back stitching in him this week. I'll get to it. This has been my go-to, my Shades of Summer. I love this. This is so much confetti. And it's not even funny, especially the part I've been working on now. Now, I know there are some sections in here, like probably when I get into the house here, where maybe I'll have a few, you know, where I have more than 2 or 3 stitches in a 100 square block, and maybe the bridge and the water. But right now, the section I'm working on is just total confetti. But what I did, I told myself I have to come up with some kind of a plan, and I'm going to try to show this to you because it's so big, and we haven't even started yet. I'm trying to put down some of my threads because I have threads everywhere. And then I am going to fold this, and I'm sorry, I probably should have had this folded up and ready to go before I started recording, but you know, we're on live YouTube here. Okay, there we go. Am I getting it all in there? Yep. This is where I'm at. That's a lot of stitches, but it's nowhere near what it's gonna be because this is a huge one. This is 300 by 234. So I had stitches everywhere, like I kind of do over here, except they were going way down. Think about it being way down, but over here on this side. So I'm going to fold this again so I can have a little better control over this while I'm talking about it. But over in here, I had stitches just everywhere. So what I decided that I needed to do was to go in and fill in all of that confetti. A lot of it was one stitch. And that would be the only one. Like in a, say, a 300 by 400 block, and I'm talking stitches, 100 stitches by, or 200 or 300 by 400, there would be maybe one stitch of a certain color. So I went in, I filled it all in. So all of this to here and down across here is all filled in. Now what I am doing is I'm thinking about how I want to proceed from here. I know I don't want to go back to that willy-nilly going out and putting stitches and threads parked everywhere out into the thing. That's just driving me crazy. So I think what I'm going to start doing is working like in the 100 by 100 blocks. And I thought about trying to do the diagonal. I watched Brian Blitz Stitch and his tutorial that he just did on that, and it's interesting, but I'm afraid that would drive me crazy. So I think maybe what I'm going to do is just invent the Sandy, and it's going to be whatever way I feel like stitching it at the time, but I'm not going to go way out everywhere willy-nilly again, because that just, when you have to go back and fill in all those little bits and pieces, it can be painstaking and tiring and just want to throw it across the room. Although I do love the confetti. I don't mind doing confetti, but I don't like when I mess it up like that. So you can see I got a lot of park threads there. I'm just going to figure it out, I think, as I go. And I'm going to, each square, I'm going to try something and see how that works for me. And if I feel that I don't like that, then maybe in the next square, I'll try something else. And maybe somewhere along the line, I might even try Brian's diagonal. I don't know at this point, but we'll go with it. It's been kind of a busy week. I have been on the phone a lot, trying to get my husband set up for his speech therapy. We finally decided that what we feel would be best is to do it on an outpatient basis at a nursing home. And it's in the town where I used to work, so it's about 20 to 25 minutes from here. And I thought about it, and I decided that a speech therapist at a nursing home probably would be better for my husband than, say, a regular speech therapist in an office that works with, all ages and children and everything like that. In the nursing home, they've probably had a lot of experience with Parkinson's patients that are having problems with speech. So that's what I've decided on. It is out of network for our insurance, but our insurance will pay 30% of the cost. I mean, no, we have to pay 30% of the cost, even though it's out of network. So it could possibly be slightly less than our normal copay, and it could be slightly more, but it's not going to be much more than, it'll probably be less than $5 more. So that's what I'm going to go with. So I finally got an appointment for him set up. He goes for his first evaluation on Monday. Hopefully it will be helping. We got the situation with the patch for his memory and reasoning problems. We got that straightened out. We had an issue because when we got it, it showed that one of his other medications could possibly cause a problem, but they checked it out. The doctor came back, said, no, it will be okay. He can go ahead and take both of those. So we started using the patch. It's only been less than a week, and he is already, well, I don't feel any different. I can't remember any more today than I did yesterday. And I said, give it some time. So I'm going to go online, do a little research on that medication, see if I can get an idea of exactly what we should expect from the medication, what it can do and what it can't do. And also, is there a time frame? A lot of medications take, a week, 10 days, 2 weeks, or longer before they really start to be effective. So I'm going to check all that out and go from there. This evening, I am meeting my 2 youngest granddaughters and my daughter for a birthday dinner for the middle one who turned 18 last week. So I'm really looking forward to getting to see them and give her her birthday stuff. Many years ago, I had started making a basket. In fact, I'll show you the baskets. I have hers out here because I have it ready, but I had gotten 3 baskets just like this, and one for each of the girls, and I had gotten a little notebook, and I had written a few things in it, not as much as I originally intended. And then I've tucked in here a couple of things over the years that I thought that they might like. And originally I was going to give it to them on their 16th birthday, but then when my oldest granddaughter got to 16, I didn't have it ready. So then I told them, okay, I'll give it to you on your 18th birthday or graduation or somewhere in there. So Marissa will get her basket this evening, and I have her little pillow that I'm getting ready to do. It's not finished, so I can't show it to you. After the video and I get this uploaded, I have to go upstairs and finish it. But I did put some interfacing on the back of the little birds, and I cut out the fabric for the backing, and I have it setting up there all ready to go up and stitch it. And I think since I had such a fail with the Scarecrow pillow, I'm going to make my seams a little bit bigger. Vanna's tutorial, it said 1/4 of an inch. Well, I allowed some extra material around the edges, so I think I'm going to make the seam allowance about 1/2 an inch. And then I have pinking shears, and I don't even know, do people even use pinking shears anymore? Never hear anybody mention them, but that was how we sewed way back when I first started sewing back in the early 60s and the late 50s. When you did your seams, you always used pinking shears, and you pinked your edges so that they would not fray. I don't know if people do that anymore, but anyways, I'm going to use the pinking shears to do my corners. and get that done. And then I'm going to try to get it stuffed this afternoon and sew the bottom so that I can give it to her. Wish me luck. I really do want to have that ready for her. So since it's already after 2, I guess I better get to it. I'm trying to do some laundry and dishes and all kinds of bills and all kinds of stuff that, you know, just has to be done. That's life. So I'm going to let you all go. I'm going to send out my hugs to everybody, my love to everybody. Hope everybody's well. If not, I'm sending prayers out. I said before, I'm going to pray for everybody. So every night I just tell God that anybody who needs it, this is going their way. We'll see how it works. So that's it. So I will see you next week. Have a wonderful week. Bye.